To start a business, there are some things that you need, and they are not complicated. But unfortunately, people focus on other things. Maybe like the name, the right name. Some people then maybe the logo, or they tell you they want an office location. And many people say when they start, they want to start big. This is quite common with people that have my background, people who have worked in corporate. Anybody in corporate that's worked and maybe reached, I left corporate as a manager. So anybody who lives at that level will not want to start small. They've seen big money, they've seen a big organization. So anything they want to start, typically, they want something that is big enough. So most of the capital that they've saved up, unfortunately, goes to things that do not really matter much when you're starting a business. Don't forget, starting a business is an assumption. You have an assumption about something you want to sell to people that they will buy. If you really appreciate what an assumption is not a fact. An assumption means that you may be wrong. But many people don't go into business as if they may be wrong. They go into business as if it is a fact that this business is going to succeed. So even before you have made your first sale, you spent 10-15 million on rent. Only somebody who believes that their business is a fact will spend 10-15 million on rent. If you know that your business is an assumption, you're not going to spend 10-15 million on rent.
But isn't that supposed to be the right mindset to go into business with, believing that it's a fact that it's going to succeed?
Business is not about belief. Business is about tested assumptions, and there's a big difference. Belief is like we have a football match to play against Argentina, and we just believe that if we fast and pray, we'll win. But Argentina is there training, studying our team, looking at our statistics. Who we will likely put as a striker? They look at Osimhen, they look at the rest of them. How do we checkmate them? How do we counter them? Argentina doesn't know they will win Nigeria. They've assumed that based on their training and their groundwork, they will win. So they will go into that game to test their assumption by executing their plan. And if they execute their plan and their assumptions are correct, they will win. But we are not coming with assumption. We're coming with belief. It's not as if prayer is bad or whatever, but we're putting the cart before the horse, which is that prayer is supposed to be supportive. Prayer is supposed to be fertilizer. You cannot just go to a good soil and go and put fertilizer there and be angry that nothing is growing, because there's a minimum requirement. You must put a seed there. As tiny as it is the minimum requirement. If you put the seed, then the fertilizer will do its work. But you don't just go and say, there's soil. Everybody has soil. Then you go and put fertilizer, which is your prayer, and expect that. Prayer is not magic. Prayer is fertilizer. Magic is you don't even have fertilizer. You just come there and say, grow. That one, you're on your own. But prayer is much more substantial. But prayer needs something. So that's why we're saying that when you're going to a business, we're not saying you will not believe. And that's why many people get shocked. I've dealt with many cases over the years where people incurred major losses. They took loans, took investment from people on the back of belief that the business will work. Now they are owing a lot of people. Some of them are considering, taking their own lives, Or some have lost houses. Some have lost very good relationships because of this approach to starting a business. Starting a business as if it is a fact backed by belief. So you're saying as a fact backed by belief. Meanwhile, you're supposed to start as an assumption.